Hey, have you heard about my AI alter ego? That's right. Ask Alan Anything is now live, and we've trained it on my 13 books. We've trained it on over 200 podcasts. It has most of what's in here, not everything, but most of what's in here. And you can, when you're sitting around going, gee, I wonder what Alan would do in this situation, or I wonder what Alan would say in this situation. Well, now you can. Go to whatwouldalansay.com. Enter the coupon code podcast because you're going to get half off. It starts at only $10 a month. And now when you're thinking, I wonder what Alan say, now you can actually ask. Go to whatwouldalansay.com, enter the coupon code podcast, and start asking me anything. Would adding a reviews page help your SEO? Listen to this episode, find out. Welcome to another episode of the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. I'm your host, Alan Berg. I'm a speaker, author, sales trainer, website reviewer, and I help businesses like yours sell more, profit more, and have more fun doing it. Enjoy this episode. Hey, it's Alan Berg. Welcome back to another episode of the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. This is another Ask Me Anything suggestion, this time from Rashad, DJ Shoddy Entertainment, who is asking, would adding a reviews page on your website help your SEO, search engine optimization? So there's a couple of things going on here. First of all, having reviews on your website is a fantastic idea because social proof, that's what we call reviews, testimonials, things like that. Social proof is your brand. It's other people talking about the results you've already done for them, which is so much better than what you would talk about, which is what you could do for them. This is people talking about what you already did do for them. So it's much stronger because that of them saying you did this already is proof, that's why we call it social proof, that you can deliver on those results. Okay, now the question is where to put them. Here's the thing with a reviews page. In all the years that I've been doing this, if you look at your analytics, so if you have Google Analytics or some other analytics on your site that shows you which pages people are actually visiting, reviews pages tend to be some of the least viewed pages on websites. And the reason is pretty simple. I go to a website, and I know that it's your website. And I know that you put everything on your website. And if I go to that reviews page, you put that stuff there. Even if other people wrote it, you put it on your website. Therefore, what are the chances you put something bad? Now, if it's a dynamic widget that's pulling in reviews in real time from other places, that's cool because I would trust that more. The problem with that is you don't control that. So most people's reviews pages are things that you put there. So of course you put the people that love you there, which is why people tend not to go to them. That's why I prefer putting short social proof, single sentences throughout your website in context to what you're talking about to support that what you're saying is true. So if there's a place on your site on a particular page where you're talking about something that you can do for someone, right, whatever it is in your services or products, and then you put a single sentence testimonial of someone who says you did that for them. So like an easy one would be, packing their dance floor. If you talk about, if you want to picture your dance floor, your wedding packed with you and your friends and family having a great time, we can do that for you. Have a testimonial of someone that says the dance floor was packed all night, supports that. Right? Or that if you're a cake baker and you want to talk about the fact that the cake not only was beautiful, it was so beautiful we didn't want to eat it, but we did, and it was so delicious it made it even better, have someone say that, right? So testimonials, yes. Testimonials page. Now, could it help your SEO? Well, the words that your reviews say are real words, and they include keywords. So when they say wedding, if they say photography or video or dress or tuxedo or officiant or whatever, those words are still the keywords that they're using. So is it going to hurt you to have it there? No. Could it help you putting the full reviews on that page? Possibly. Just make sure if someone clicks from a Google search, goes to that page, they'll then be able to be directed to the other parts of your site that are going to have the information that they really want, right? Because remember, search engine optimization at the simplest form is someone types a question and The answer is best found on a particular page on a particular site. It's not returning websites, it's returning a page on a particular site. So, in the perfect world, someone asks for something and then they click and they get the answer to that on that page. Just like when we search for a product, right? Whether it's on, if it's on SEO, right? If we go to Google or your favorite search engine, right? I'm using Comet now sometimes, which is Perplexity search engine. If I go in there and I search for a particular product and it takes me to a website and I could just, that's the one I need and I can buy that, that's the best user experience, right? But if it takes me to a page, if I'm searching for, a great wedding florist and I click through and all it is a reviews page, I still have to click again to find what I'm looking for. So it's not necessarily the best user experience. So could it help your SEO in that it adds more keywords to your site? Yes. You can accomplish the same thing by choosing shorter testimonials to put throughout the site on every page because those keywords will still count. And what I love about having these short testimonials is you can also put the attribution. So you can put, if you are not the venue, you can put the name of the couple, so put their first names and where they came from, their city and state, right? If you are the venue, if you are the venue, put where they came from. If you're not the venue, you can put down the name of the couple, the venue, the city and state to show that you work at these venues, and for SEO, the towns, the states, if you're in a different country, the county, the province, whatever it is, the town, so you can show you work in all parts of this particular thing, right? So if you're different towns in your country, different cities in that province, whatever, you can show that. So I love having more shorter testimonials because that includes more attribution. You can see that on my site, alanberg.com. Testimonials everywhere, attribution for those everywhere. So it supports the fact that I speak to different people in different places and different countries, different types of businesses. It's supported in the testimonial and in the attribution. I don't have actually, I probably still do have its legacy. Before I was using Google reviews, I was having people post the reviews right on my website. It was actually on a blog page, and people would put their reviews there. They would post them themselves, but being my site, I did have access. So not only could I respond, if I had wanted to, I could actually go in there and change them, right? Which I wouldn't do. The only time I did that was to fix a typo. If somebody said, "Oh my gosh, I have a typo in that," I could fix the typo. But now I use Google reviews. So that's third party, but I take single sentences and I put those on my site all throughout the site. And when I get a better one, I will change that out. Something I've mentioned before is also a great thing to do is save all of your reviews to a place where you can easily get to them. So you don't have to go back to Google, the Knot, Wedding Wire, Yelp, TripAdvisor, wherever you have reviews. Anytime somebody says something nice, emails you, texts you, even a handwritten note, you can transcribe that and you put those into these places. I use Evernote. It's just a notes app. So I have a note for speaking testimonials. I have a note for sales training testimonials. I have a note for consulting testimonials. I have a note for mastermind testimonials. So anytime somebody comments on any one of those, whether it's on a social post or in a text or in an email or a WhatsApp or whatever, I copy that and I paste it in there. And now I have all in one place. And then if I want to do something with that content, I can just copy all of that into a Word doc, put that into ChatGPT or Perplexity or Claude or whatever, and I can now work with that to find these sentences. This is another great use of AI. You have hundreds of possibly hundreds or thousands of testimonials and you into this document and you say, find me a sentence where somebody says X, right? And they talked about this, right? Somebody talked about the uplighting. Somebody talked about the photo booth. Somebody talked about the appetizer. Somebody talked about the service at our catering facility. It can go through hundreds and hundreds of these in seconds where you wouldn't be able to do that because after a while you start skimming, you're not really reading, and this is going to read every single word. So again, I would sooner have this reviews page in a notes app where you can have all of your reviews and short ones all over the site than a testimonials page on your site. But again, look at your analytics. If you have analytics now and you have a reviews page, is anybody going there? And I've never seen anybody that was in their top 10 pages. And I think it's rarely more than even 1% of your site traffic. So is it good to have a page that nobody's going to go to? Probably not. Could it help your SEO? Maybe, but having these testimonials throughout your site can help your SEO because of the attribution and the keywords that people use. So, Rashad, Shouty, thank you so much for suggesting this. If you have a suggestion, go to podcast.alanberg.com. Click on the Ask Me Anything button, put your suggestion in there, and you can tell me, make it anonymous, or you can have me use your name like Rashad did. And if you want to ask my AI alter ego anything, go to whatwouldalansay.com. That's my Ask Alan Anything alter ego, and use the coupon code podcast. Starts at only $10 a month, and you could ask me anything. Thanks. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. If you liked it, please subscribe to this channel and post a review on your chosen platform, Apple Podcasts or whichever one. If you have any questions about anything in this episode or any of my episodes, email me directly at alan@weddingbusinesssolutions.com or visit my website, alanberg.com, alanberg.com. If you have any suggestions for future topics or guests that you'd like to see, please again email me or visit my website. Thanks for listening.